Okay, in this video we're going to show you how to install the Manure Management Planner software onto your computer. Hopefully you've got to this page. You can see at the top www.purdue.edu/ag/software/mmp brings you to this. It's the same software page that we start out with when we install Map Window. The Missouri Clipper is also on this page. There's some webcasts here. Sometimes the links work, sometimes they don't. Some information about getting started. But really what we want to do here is download the Manure Management software. And that's the link we're going to click on right here in the center. So we'll click on that link and it's going to save a file. And I save it in a file called temporary stuff. Most of your computers are saving a file called downloads. But that's where I'm going to save it because that way it's easier for me to clean out when I'm done with it. It's not a big download. It'll take some time, but once it gets downloaded, and I'm in Chrome, it shows at the bottom. Again, if you're in Firefox, up here there'll be a download arrow. I always like to show it in that folder, and I could actually open my file manager and find it too. And here is that exe file right there. That's the one. It'll be highlighted, and we're just going to double click on that once it's downloaded. And that will install the process. Now, start the install process, excuse me. You'll get a warning. Typically on most computers, you might get 2 or 3 warnings. Just make sure you go through. It's okay to install this. It's just checking to make sure it's safe before it comes in. And we'll get to this, and then we're just going to hit next. Some information there. We'll take the default location. If you're fancy with computers and want to put somewhere else, that's fine. But at best, just accept what it tells you unless you know otherwise. A lot of different things you can do here with the standard installation. You can uncheck any of these that you want to. We may not need Alberta, Colorado, some of those, but we're just going to leave all that in there. Well, we don't need Canada support. And some of these custom-based tools we may or may not find useful later on. Obviously, for those in Iowa, the IODNR forums, but you might be interested in some of these others too, just to kind of look at what they are. But the support for Alberta, Canada, really don't need. The rest, I think I would keep on there. So we'll click Next. And then install. Now that will go through the install process. This may take a little bit of time for it to happen, depending on your computer. In this case, it went really quick. It's not too complicated of a program. And with that, I'm going to click Finish. And when I click Finish, basically the program has been installed. Now to find the program, it probably put it on your desktop, so I'm going to minimize these things here that I have open. And up here, let's see, yeah, right up in the top corner, you can bear to see is Manure Management Planner. Also, if you go to your Start menu, you should be able to come down on that Start menu to the M's and find Manure Management Planner in there. This is version 0.38. I'm making this video in January of 2019. Obviously, if you're watching it later on, there's probably a newer version, which is great. Always take the newest version you have out there. If you have a newer version, maybe you installed an old version on your computer and you're redoing this later on, make sure you uninstall the old one before you install a new one. Most of you probably never had it, so you don't need to worry about it. Some basic information about the Manure Management Planner, and I'm just going to click OK, and this is it. We'll start with a new file when we create one, but we'll take you through those steps later. So that's the install. Pretty easy and quick.